Good morning. How are you guys? You guys have sure made a mess of your hay. Am I gonna have to start feeding you in hay bags? Hi, that's Dee. Did you guys open into the other pen? Really? Was that necessary? Arrow, get your butt in here. Hi. Good morning. They're so cute. We moved back to Wisconsin just over a week ago, and they've been living in the barn, but I put them out here yesterday so they could get used to the cold out here, because they're going to go into my transition pen pretty soon, so Celesta can start learning about an electric fence, because she needs to start learning about that. Of course, the water's frozen because it's February in Wisconsin. Here I am just grooming her. She's gotten really good at standing still to be groomed and tacked up. I do apologize for the shaky camera. The wind caught my Pivo and was shaking it back and forth a little bit. And here's just the pre-rod lunge to make sure that the saddle is sitting okay and that it's not going to pinch her at all anywhere. And she's doing really good with this. She used to pull on my arm a lot, but she's gotten a lot better. And I can just give her a little bump to keep her from pulling on me. Here I'm just asking her to lower her head off the bit pressure and to back up with her head down, because this is something she really struggles with. She likes to raise her head up and brace against any pressure, so she really needs to learn to lower her head and give to that bit pressure. And she used to be super scared of things crossing into the other eye from above her and touching her side, so I'm just taking my hand and touching that stirrup there to make sure she's not going to spook at my leg. She's gotten really good about this, and pretty soon I'm just going to get right on like a normal horse. Here we're working on moving her shoulders off of my leg. She's picked this up really quickly and often offers more steps than I ask for. And here we're just working on steering, changing directions a lot, doing smaller circles, just more than mindlessly trotting circles around the round pen. Now we're actually doing something with that trotting. She gets a little fussy and struggles to maintain her speed, but she's trying really hard and really happy with this. we go for a canter. She slipped a little bit there, but she caught herself and figured it out. And the round pen footing isn't very good because the ground is kind of frozen under a layer of dust, so it's not the greatest. I can't do a lot of cantering there, but I want to make sure we have control in all 3 gates. She just got a little unsure and humpy there, but she smoothened out. And I hardly used my reins at all there to stop her and back her up. She's really figuring out how to stop off of my seat and vocal cues, and I'm really happy with how she's stopping now. And here we are out in the pasture. This is her second time out of the round pen, but the last time was while we were still in Texas, and we were in the smaller arena down there, so this pasture is really big. And here, I believe, I'm just working on getting her to move off my leg, stopping, backing up, just making sure that I have control of her and that she's listening to me before we move on to any trot work. And here we go for a trot. Not too bad. She bulges her shoulder out towards the barn a little bit. I kind of bump her with my leg. She kind of just ignores it. We go for another circle, and I believe she ignores my leg again and bulges toward the barn. Yep. And so I stop her, and I decide to walk and work on moving off of my leg and giving to the bit as well at the walk for a little bit before we trot again, just to make sure that that's really solid. I do like how relaxed she is, though. She used to get really nervous in bigger spaces when I was leading her around out there, so the fact that she's staying nice and calm while I'm riding her is really impressive. And I believe now we do a lot of direction changes just to help keep her mind busy and help keep her focused on me instead of worrying about going back to the barn. She's a lot less fussy out here and is maintaining a much better speed. This bigger space and better footing is really working out for her. Good. And I decided that was good for that, so we decided to wander into the woods to walk over the logs and rocks and rough ground just to see how she handled some small obstacles with a rider, and she did really good. She didn't hesitate at any of the logs and didn't spook at anything and did really well. ride 8 for Celesta, and she got to go out in the pasture, and pretty soon we'll be getting to cantering out here as well. And of course, just ask her to lower her head again, just to give to that bit again. And good. That was a really good ride. I was really happy with that. Stay tuned for future updates.